single day.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Can I pick up my gun?
No.
Oh man.
Sure. What gun is it?
The 9mm.
Was it transfer or what was it?
Yes. I bought it, sent it here.
Okay.
For Andrew Sheets.
Andrew Sheets. Okay, has to get a little press pass.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he knows who I am. He knows who I am.
Okay, I need your driver's license.
You missed that yellow Taurus?
What's that?
Didn't you sold us the bright yellow Taurus?
Yeah, Chris was asking, can you be nice to me on fees? I know you're gonna make money, but
Fees?
Chris Pretzer.
What fees?
I know. So what is the charge for having it going through you?
Transfer fee?
Yes.
We charge $35.
All right.
Which is kind of, you know, I mean, for this area, it's kind of where it should be. I know that if you go to certain places like pawn shops, like there's one out at Woody's,
Right.
out in Cleveland area, that he charges like $20,
Right.
which is crazy because you know you don't make anything doing transfers really.
What about concealed carry? Do we don't get to run me if I got concealed carry?
No, we have to run you even with the permit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure, yeah, everything gets run.
The permit allows you to skip the 3-day wait if you're buying a
Okay,
gun.
that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all it does.
That's all it really does.
Ah,
Is that and carry.
great.
Yeah.
Background check.
Yeah, that we have to do.
Nice.
Have to do that every time. Yeah.
But I mean, even if you were the governor of Florida, you get a background check. Everyone gets one.
Right.
How's your lawsuit going?
That's also why I wanted to say hi to you. Yeah, I got hammered. That is the same judge that's doing Ian McGuire's case, that fat psycho that was carrying a sign that said "fuck the police," the one in town. Which actually I would like to do, but I have a business, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
But she was the same judge for him. She took her bias out on us and hammered us. He dropped the case and ran. We got hammered that bad. He went for an injunction.
Wow.
And we got hammered in the injunction. In the injunction, she went against her own 11th Circuit court ruling. She said that you have to ask permission when talking to a government worker to record. That's insane. That's absolutely.
Could you take it to a higher court?
We could. He was doing it on contingent. I lost $1,500. He lost thousands. He said if we would have went to the 11th Circuit Court, he would charge $5 grand, and he said I'm probably gonna lose. So what would you do?
Yeah. It's hard to fight.
Now we know why hardly anybody fights, because it's so freaking expensive, Mike.
The system's rigged.
It is.
It's good to be George Soros and the puppet mouth.
Oh, you mean on the Virginia thing? Is that insane?
Yeah.
Wow. But that was a good turnout, correct?
60,000?
That is correct.
Something like that, yeah. It said it didn't change anything.
Right.
They, you know, that judge,
They don't
that
care.
governor's still gonna run that through.
Right.
All those rules. There's a lot
What's your phone number?
But I'd be able to
941-916-2259. Right. Oh, guess what FWC said when I asked for the sign-in sheet for all the gun ranges in Florida for 2 years? How much money do they want?
For the list?
For the list of sign-in sheets for all the gun ranges where they have a sign-in sheet
Right.
for 2 years, how much money?
Is that public information?
It is public. There should be nothing to be redacted. How much money?
Probably $3 per page.
So how much? What do you think?
I don't know, $3,000.
20 grand.
Jesus.
How many you got?
Just gotta look at the serial number.
I'm sorry, she just left again. She'll be back on Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
I'm gonna put this on here. Oh, here it is.
Is there a note? My name's Winston. Okay, Christy.
So in the end, what I paid for taxes and everything, Chris Pretzer was telling me that in the end I should just come here and show you the gun and just have you order it, and can you save money that way?
Yeah, save money compared to who?
I'm not sure. I thought ordering it this way would be cheaper. How much are you guys selling this one for? That's that.
We sell this for two. 260, 265 in that area, something like that.
All right, so I say $5. Yeah, great. Yay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you'll see it for, what do you get, like 199 or something like that? 179.
Yes, correct. Yes.
But then you have, yeah.
Huh. That was funny. Really nice lady. Sounds really pretty. Her name was Christy at Jimenez Arms. Wanted to know if we wanted to place an order for any Jimenez Arms. That's the real piece of crap. Like $80 piece of junk.
Oh, Hernandez. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, Jimenez.
Yeah.
That's just odd that they would be calling. I know it's just by the.
Jesus, so they're still doing the freaking medical. Can I get a copy of this online somewhere?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Man, now the CBD people and the ones selling pot were telling me that since Nikki Fried has a concealed carry, you don't have to answer this anymore.
It's a federal form.
Shit! Wow!
No, I don't know.
Wow! This is depressing.
I mean, I think that we had a customer last week who got a card from his doctor to get CBD.
Right.
And for the first time ever, he got do not dispense. He got a hold, which
What?
now a hold. I guess Ann was explaining to me the other day. A hold used to be not that big a deal because it would be like, oh well, there's a problem with your name, or we put something in the computer wrong, or you had a stolen identity at some point in your life, or
Right.
something like that, and then you do more research, and then they have 3 days to get you the gun.
That's correct, and they can only do it in 3 days now, like they're supposed to.
No, now there's no time limit. There's no time limit.
yeah.
So now they can put you on indefinite hold where you never get a decision. Ann said she's got one customer who's been waiting for 8 months.
Dude, I thought Eric Friday's lawsuit made it back to 3 days again, man.
That's why I thought.
didn't
That's why I
change
told Ann. I said, I thought that.
Ah.
So she had this guy had got a CBD card and it screwed him. Now he's on like a hold, and she can't get information because we can't. They won't tell us anything.
Right.
Yeah.
We're just told yes, no, or maybe.
Right.
And now maybe lasts forever. Where before they were forced.
Wow.
To
Are you an
which would make
alien?
sense.
Okay, that's a no.
They have to make.
So that's
a decision.
NA for the next one then.
Okay.
And this is one of the two Hispanic. These are two different
I
boxes.
thought it was white.
It's 10A or 10B. It's like that. It's just one of the two.
Okay, not Hispanic.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I identify.
You can be whatever the fuck you want to be, man. I don't care. You can
All
put
right,
female on
okay,
there.
where am I?
Name, date. That's
Okay,
it.
that's a signature here?
Yeah, it's your signature. And now I'm going to do the rest. Date right there.
And what are we?
24th.
New decade. Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Time flies.
Yeah, give me a few minutes.
Oh, you have it out. Yeah,
Okay.
so now the thing about that no decision is it's just an easy way for them to screw you without having any responsibility. Because like, well, we didn't say yes, we didn't say no, we didn't say anything.
When did they change it? I thought Eric. I thought Eric Friday, because of the lawsuit, got it back down to 3 days where it was supposed to be again.
Well, we've been told.
Okay, where is the gun pawn list thing at? Our sheriff, as I've already told you, does he know, has the illegal list of gun owners. Where is that lawsuit?
Yeah.
Nowhere?
We don't know about anything going on.
Oh, this is so sad, man.
I think the deputies come in here, they don't really like talking bad about their boss.
Right.
But the ones that are comfortable here, they almost all of them don't like him.
Okay.
He's kind of a. Are you the one who told me he hired his son?
Yes.
You know, big.
Yes.
And the other cops come in here.
Did you see my new? Did you see my new card? I'm gonna run as a write-in.
For sheriff?
I'm so sick of the sheriff. I'm running as a
Why
write-in.
don't you just run as a write-in? Why don't you just go get official and get your signatures and make.
Well, one reason is because they want to bust me because of what I do anyways, of being a reporter for Copwatch. But the other reason is I want to wait till the last minute. At the last minute, then I'm also going to register as a write-in, which is still free, and it'll be official. Then we'll see if he wants to debate me or not. Because this is what's sad. Did you see nobody's going to run against that prick? Nobody.
Wait, 8 people ran last time.
That's right, and nobody this time.
Oh, I thought Officer Joe from Punta Gorda was
Nope.
for sure.
It is sick. Nobody's running. Can you believe that? Copwatch is going to be the one running against the sheriff. And no, and you are correct. The press already told me we will not really talk about it until you officially do it. But I don't want to do it until the last minute, like June or July, because right now I can do and say whatever I want. As you know, once you become official, then you got to watch your P's, your Q's, your I's, because they will nail you on donations, whatever else. And there's, you know, I could get it.
They forced all that in Florida.
If it's me, they will. Dude, I'm under illegal investigation again. When Ian McGuire, before he went to jail for all the felony offenses, he tried to kill me by cop 3 times. That's a felony offense. Okay, guess what? I have the, I was just at the sheriff's office. I have the report. Ian is in jail. It's done. He's screwed. He's going to go to prison. The federal offenses are off the chart. They're still investigating me. Yes.
This is Michigan, right? Grand Rapids?
Yes.
Just put MI there.
Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't got the report. I am under investigation. So this is the way you find out if you're under investigation.
Your name is Bud in this town, huh?
Oh, this is the way you find out if you're under investigation. PRR requests for any and all open or closed investigations on me, in quotation. Okay, you put your name. They have to tell you. It's freaking, it's awesome, okay? They can redact, but they have to tell you. So I get this piece of paper, even though Ian tried to kill me by cop, they're investigating me. It's all blacked out.
Yeah.
Is that BS?
This is like the old South down here.
Oh, I've never seen anything like it. This is really bad.
Don't you ever think about just leaving?
I have, but the wife has a good point. This is the warmest place you can go. You know what I'm saying? Well, did Chris tell you? Chris is going to Tennessee. He can't take it anymore. He's going to Tennessee.
Yeah.
He's moving. It's cheaper to live. Everything's cheaper there.
This is pretty good. I agree. But, you know, I'd say Hawaii is better, but the politics are terrible and the cost of living is terrible.
Here.
The weather's better in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah. But yes, the cost of living off the chart.
Right. You can't get a trailer.
And the politics are...
It's all done liberal.
Correct.
It blows my mind because those people absolutely got screwed.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Absolutely. But they do got legalized weed. I would like that.
I love San Diego, but I'll never go back to California for anything.
Yeah, all of California is screwed.
I like Arizona. They have open carry there.
Yes, that is true. Correct.
Ohio.
Correct.
For a while, but I like certain like if you get outside, like you don't want to be in like Mesa. It's destroyed now. But as soon as you get outside of Mesa, as soon as you get outside of the city,
right,
and you get to like Flagstaff,
right,
Tucson,
right.
I mean, half the population is Mexican, but they're like good.
And I didn't want to sound racist, but that's dude. It's
you know what?
It's like you don't freaking.
Right now, most Mexicans are hardworking,
40
Catholic.
Right.
You know, they don't sin. They just good people. And
right.
To be around. It's you know, I think that they put their criminals to us just like every other country.
Right.
Because, you know, even around here, most of the Mexican population are people in jail. They're the hardworking.
Right.
Work in the field. You know, they're not the criminal element.
Right.
But I love Arizona too.
I agree.
The cool thing about Arizona is not only is it beautiful, they do have sun winter.
Right.
Which I like. And
right.
Close to the mountains to ski.
Correct. By the way, I didn't get you guys' opinion. You guys like it or no?
It's a nice gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so so for the money, it's worth it. This is better than High Point.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
a really good gun for the money.
Yeah.
Right.
Torch doesn't make a good product for money.
Right.
But I can honestly say I don't think there's any brand of guns that can send more back until they get fixed. But we sell a ton of them. So it's,
of which one?
Torch. We sell a ton of Torch. And she does have to send a lot back to get fixed. But that's just
this one?
Not and Taurus in general, but they get because we sell so many of them.
Right.
You know, and of course it's not $1,500 like a Kimber. You know.
Right.
But the good thing about Taurus is they fix everything for free for life.
All right.
But turnaround usually like 5 weeks now. But she's had pretty good luck with Taurus.
Okay. How about pretty good luck with this one?
All of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So good luck with
like
this
the company
one.
Is good.
Okay, and then
It's a
what?
cheaper gun, so it's like if you put 200,000 miles on a Chevy.
That is true. All right, and what do you guys suggest running through this one? Has anybody said yet, or it doesn't care?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, on this one it doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
All right. Right. Right.
That's easy.
So Chris was asking, so if I see a gun, offer, can I bring it to you guys, or would you guys order it for me? I mean,
Like,
do you guys do
like
anything?
Off the internet, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, would you do anything like that?
Well, you can order your own guns and transfer them through.
That's true.
Is that what that was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. After I told him that, he's like, dude, why didn't you ask him to do it for you? Maybe you could have saved a little. I don't know.
We actually, that's why all these gun shops are going out of business, I mean, like A&H. It's that
Right.
transfers, you don't make any money in transfer.
Right.
And you got these big companies like Bud's Guns and Sportsman's Outdoors that they sell like 10,000 guns a day or something ridiculous.
Right.
So they sell them like they're shoes. They have no legal responsibility.
Right.
So they just have a warehouse, and it costs them. They sell them for like a $20 markup. They
Right.
buy so much, they're buying below our cost. So they're
Wow.
actually selling guns to customers below our cost.
Right.
And they have no overhead because they
Right.
sell a warehouse. And they have no legal responsibility. It's the
Right.
industry who just disposes the gun to us.
Right.
Is the one that takes all the legal hits and goes
Right.
to the ATF. I mean, Ann just had the ATF here for 3 days last week.
What?
They come in every. They're
Please
supposed to come
do
in
not-
every like 18 months. They hadn't been here in 4 years.
Were they scanning all your stuff?
Oh, they go through everything. They go
Did
through all
they
your
scan
records.
it?
Records, all the 44.
They go through everything. I don't know. They go in the back room with all your records. They're there for 3 days. You can't watch them.
What? You don't have any camera that you...
No.
Oh, when was this? When they do this?
Last week.
Last week, yeah.
What, did you guys do something wrong?
No.
They can do whatever they
They
want.
do it every few years.
They're supposed to do it like every 2 years, but they've been behind. And since we've been clean, you can check more when you're bad.
Right.
We're up, but we're straight
Right,
Yeah.
on everything.
right,
Ann doesn't take any chances on anything.
Yeah.
right.
And so they leave us alone for the most part.
Wow.
When we first opened, they were
He
a lot.
kept saying how good we were. He kept,
Yeah, when we first opened,
Right.
they harassed the heck out of us. But there was also Obama was president, and they were trying to close gun shops.
Right,
I mean, it was miserable. Ann and I got pulled into a regional office in Tampa, and the director from Tampa came down and screamed.
Right.
It was in Fort Myers, actually. But he came down from Tampa, and he was threatening us and was going to put us in jail, and all because we hired a gunsmith that had an FFL and lost it.
right.
He was a local crook. He ended up stealing much money from Bill took off. What was
Eee.
that guy's name? No, that dude. He was going to put a
Gunsmith?
range. Yeah, he was going to put a range in.
No.
Ranger. His name was Ranger.
Okay.
And he had a little gun shop, and he lost his license, and he was like a total crook.
Right.
And we had used him to clean some of our guns, and they looked at our record and saw we had checked out like 3 guns to him, and he'd taken them and brought them back.
Right.
And they were like, "You hired a criminal. You should have known better." Blah blah blah. And they
Wow.
we're like, "Well, you're the ones who gave an FFL at one point."
What about the sheriff with the harassment that he wants everybody that you bought a gun from? He wants the paperwork on that. Have you
No, he hasn't done that to us.
Okay, nothing. All right. So for the
We
moment,
don't
it's
provide anything that the ATF doesn't require.
Right.
The only thing is that the county makes us, and I don't know how they can enforce it, but they make us fingerprint anyone that we buy a gun from,
right,
which is not state requirement. It's
Right.
just county. And the county makes us wait 15 days to sell a gun,
right,
which is like 3 weeks, business days.
right.
And no one else requires that. It's a Charlotte County thing. And I've never seen the detectives have come in and talked to us and said, this is what you need to do, and
Right.
sat us down and talked to us. But I've never seen anything in writing that says this is the policy.
Right.
This 15-day wait and these, the fingerprints. And you should see the form that they gave us. I had you fill it out when you sold me your yellow gun.
I got you going, Winston.
Yeah. Hey, good seeing you.
I'll see you.
Yeah. See you on Monday.
Hey, can I give you my card, man? I didn't give you my card. Yeah, as you heard, nobody's running against
no,
the
yeah.
sheriff, so I will.
Okay. Awesome, man.
All my stuff is on there.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. So yeah, how bad is the form? Oh, right here. Wow.
Low quality. And we actually cleaned it up a lot, but they gave us like a 3rd generation copy of this
Wow.
thing. And this is a county thing. And
So like you said, there's not even any documentation that says you have to do it.
About once a year, the detectives come in and they'll say, are you keeping up with your fingerprinting? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And it's just the sheriff's department. But they've never, ever given us any kind of like a booklet.
Right.
Because like the state and the ATF in particular will give you CD-ROMs of the laws. They'll give you, when we opened up, they gave us a 3-inch thick binder that had all the laws.
Oof.
I mean, the ATF is everything's set.
Right.
There's no like gray area.
Correct.
With these guys, it's like, okay, well, we're going to need you to hold these for 15 days and don't sell used guns unless the people have, fingerprinted and
Right.
check it and blah, blah, blah. And it's all, but where is that written? And you can't
Wow.
really question them because these guys aren't, you've met these detectives.
Well, it's funny you say that.
I mean, these
do you
guys
know?
are
Do you know
so
who they sent
respectful.
out to talk to me today for my complaints? Have you ever talked to A. Rodriguez? He's their freaking lawyer. It's the first time I ever talked to him. It was like talking in circles. I even told him, I was like, I should have brought my lawyer to talk to you, the lawyer, because it's like talking to a politician. It's just in a circle. It was insane. Man, wasted half hour. Oh my God! So yeah. I'll finish with this one. Okay, like I said, Ian tried to kill me by cop 3 times. That's a felony offense. Why aren't you charging him? Why aren't you investigating? You know what the last cop did that I told that to? He made a report, 1 sentence long. He didn't give me any evidence. I told him they have all the evidence. They have all the phone calls, incident reports. Okay, what do you need from me? He gave me no evidence, so the case is closed. It's a felony? He tried to kill me, and that's all you're gonna do? That's
How'd you get the guy finally?
What do you mean?
You say you got him. He's going to prison.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So what he did is, not what he did. Check this out. He was doing felony witness tampering. That's a no. That's really bad. And he did it federally violated, meaning he used the mail to intimidate people, which goes across the state lines, which turns into federal. Okay. Then the other federal offense he did, you ever heard of spoofing? That's where you can make your phone number look like the sheriff.
Oh, yeah,
you can make it look like this. Okay. He was making threats with that, which went across state lines. So they got heavy charges on him. Domestic violence across state lines, and another one which you can put anything under. And each one, we're guesstimating 10 years in prison, 10 years probation. It's so bad.
Where's he in jail now?
Oh, he's still at the sheriff's jail. They won't let him out because did you hear how many guns he had? He had a stalking charge against him. He wasn't supposed to have any guns. You know, he signed the piece of paper. I gave away my guns. They're not in my possession. And when they finally busted him, oh, I forgot to tell you this. They did have the cell phone stingray on him. They have a terabyte of phone calls. Oh, he's fucked. When they finally
the federal government did all this, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the sheriff did some. I think Punta Gorda Police did some. The sheriff did some. Federal did some. When the feds went in first, they broke the door down. The sheriff was there, and of course the feds saw what they saw. And then the sheriff looked in the door because he didn't have a right yet. Feds go first. He looked in, and guess what he saw all over the house? Guns. 30 guns and ammunition, like this guy was going to start a war. Every single room had a gun case full of guns, and then he had one room dedicated to making as many bullets as you can think of, dude, with a stalking order.
Is this guy married?
No. He's, I'm going to tell you this. His free speech thing, you know, fuck the police and all that, and filming in public, that's legal. But when you start doing felony witness tampering, man, I don't know anybody else that did what he did. Like I said, he tried to kill me by cop 3 times. He called the sheriff's office pretending to be me, saying, I tied up the wife and I'm going to kill her. And dude, luckily, you know, now I know why the cops didn't break my door open. Because they already knew what was going on. I had a sign on the door that says, you know, Ian McGuire did this and you guys know it or something like that. And they would come up to the door, take a picture of that and leave. You know and I know anybody else, when they get a call like that, they break your door down.
SWAT.
Yeah, you're done. And if I walk up with a cell phone that they think is a gun, they're going to shoot me.
When you said spoofing, I thought you were talking about that thing that all the kids are doing now where they'll randomly call and say, I'm a terrorist, I'm in this house, and then the SWAT team kicks in the door.
Oh, shit.
Have you even seen that on the news?
No, I have not
It's like a
seen
prank, but it's gone really bad.
Yeah, it's gone really bad.
They'll prank and say, you know, I'm in this house, and they can spoof the number.
Yes.
And then the cops...
That is what it is.
They go there, they kick the door in, and people get killed.
That's what Ian McGuire did to me 3 times, and he did it to other people. So like I said, that's why I've been going to the sheriff. You know, this happened 7 months ago. You never investigated this, and now because of one of those phone calls, you are investigating me. I didn't spoof myself. He did, but you're using it as an excuse, color of law, to illegally investigate me for the 2nd time in 7 years. It's sick, man.
So now, Can you get money from him in civil court? Does he have any of the assets?
That's funny you mention that. Somebody has told me, guess what's going to happen? He's using Kevin Shirley in town, who used to be a good lawyer. I'm sure you might have heard, but now he's 50-50, but whatever. His lawyer stuff is so bad, and all of his situations, Kevin Shirley's going to do them in federal court too. This is our theory. He's going to have to sell the house just to pay the lawyer. I mean, it's bad. Really bad. So his house is, I don't know what, maybe 70, 80. With his situation, with all the state charges, federal charges, dude, you know lawyers aren't cheap anymore, right?
Right.
I mean, this has been 7 months. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yes.
No, I know, because we've had lawsuits. We've sued people, and it's cost us a fortune.
Wow.
We actually sued the guy that we bought the business from. 12 years ago, we bought this business.
Right.
Total crook. And he broke his non-compete with 6 months. He opened up A&H.
Right.
And we took us about 18 months with an attorney to even track him down. And
Right.
then they settled out of court for $54,000. So
Wow.
we got an attorney that was absolutely incompetent. That killed us. We
Was it Scott Weinberg?
No, he's not from Myers, but he was recommended to us by the company, Florida South Business or CIBB.
Right.
The company that sold us the business said, "Oh, you need to go after," and they didn't help us at all.
Right.
Which they got their commission. They had him sign no compete, let him come in, and then we're like, "Oh, you need to go after him," and said, "We have an attorney that will help you out."
Right.
But the guy ended up taking 50 of the $54,000, and we had hundreds of hours of going back and forth and doing depositions in Fort Myers and going to court and
Wow.
filing paperwork
Wow.
and the hassle of dealing with 18 months of our lives.
Right.
And we got $4,000 after the attorney took, because
Wow.
in the settlement, he actually gets the money, then he cuts you a check.
Right.
And it's like, you get a check for $4,000,
Right.
you got 50.
That is sick.
Oh, God, what was the name?
Anyways, I got to go see the wife.
You gotta have a good attorney.
Right.
You gotta have a good attorney. You know, there's a really good attorney in town that doesn't play games.
Who?
He's right at Murdoch at the mall.
Kershey?
Let me ask you, but when we tried to hire him, he didn't want to do it because he likes to focus on criminal, and it was a civil case that we were filing. But he's like a no nonsense. He's probably the only one I've met in town that is. We also hired a guy from the Farr law firm to do a little bit of things for us.
Dude, they're so
But
dirty.
He was the one that was with. He got kicked out of the Farr law firm because he had an affair with his secretary. He's a big fat guy.
Wow.
He has an office right across the street. He was
Okay, I
his
don't
little
know that
partner.
one.
Can't remember. I'm
But I do know the fire law firm. That's a sheriff's lawyer. So yeah, I hate them.
They are the partners in the gun shop down the street. The J&J.
Wow.
They and there's a doctor.
Right.
Who's a surgeon.
Right.
Eye surgeon or something.
Right.
Who owns the building and
Right.
the range, and the Farr law firm are like their agents and their partners in setting the thing
Oh
up.
my God.
Yeah. So no, we have no respect for the Farr law
Right.
firm. They're a tote.
Yes. Yeah, they're really bad. Correct. Yes.
Hey, I mean, it's great to be there. I mean, I wish I could work there. I'd probably
Right.
be rich. I mean, attorney. Let me see if I can come up with that guy's name. He's really good down there.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any. Dude, I've been doing this 7 years. The lawyer that I did find, I had to get from Jacksonville because there is nobody here.
Jason Lucas is his name.
I think.
Real solid guy. He's criminal.
Wow.
If I ever got in trouble, it's the only person I would call around here.
Oh, wait a minute. I know. Now I know. You know why I know the name? He represented my friend that Northport cops illegally let their dog eat the guy's arm almost off. Jason Lucas frickin' ripped him off thousands of dollars. Dead serious.
He ripped him off?
Dead
Don't
serious.
trust anybody.
I am serious. You got my email. I'll send you the whole story. It's disgusting. He wanted him to plea out right away because he is an ex-felon, but he was, he did his time. He's got a family. He's got a business. He wanted him to plea out right away, even before he got the cameras from the car that showed that he wasn't assaulting a cop, Judas Priest, and they let the dog illegally eat him for no reason. And then in the end, he gave him, I think, $10,000 or $12,000, and he still wanted to plea, even though when they got other video back, it showed that the cops were at fault. Dude, the story on that one is so bad. And Jacobs Luke stole his money, and he had to fire him. Dude, he's a bad guy. Bad.
Anybody.
Bad. You can't. It's sad. Even my lawyer that I got from Jacksonville, like I said, dude, when we got slammed in the injunction, he's like, "Oh, I'm taking my toys, running away. Thank you. There goes your $1,500."
Yeah, but he probably did. I mean, not like
He did lose money too, absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
he
attorney
had.
that we had down in Fort Myers, he didn't lose anything.
Right.
'Cause he made sure that in the settlement that there was enough money, just enough money to cover him.
Nice.
You know, I mean, it had to be just that,
Right.
that number.
Right.
Because he had $50,000 that he needed to get back.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
Wow.
We got absolutely screwed.
That sucks.
Yeah, and the guy got away with it because in the settlements, like he says, I didn't do anything wrong. And
Right.
I'll never say I did anything wrong. And A&H stayed open for what, 9 years?
Right.
I mean, now they're going out of business now.
Right.
But it's like 9 years later, they've hurt
Right.
us for 9 years because they modeled it. We had it. There's in this business, it's like nail salons. It's like
Right.
there's a million of them.
Right.
You can't toss a cat without
Correct.
one. So it's like your niche is your everything here.
Right.
And even then, you don't make any money. It's terrible business. Our niche was focusing on law enforcement and
Right.
the good guys, cops, fire department. We sold their boots, we sold their badges, and then we hopefully get people in also regular people. But what did A&H do? They exact copy. They police supplies, boots.
Wow.
I mean, and it's such a small market. I mean, how many cops can you know?
I forgot to tell you the fun fact for the day. The latest record that I pulled. How many people fired, retired, quit at the sheriff's office in 2019? Take a guess.
Percentage or
How many? Actual number.
150.
85. If you saw the list, ton of them resigned. Dude, like you said, there is some wicked stuff going on there.
I don't like it.
Everybody's leaving.
Yeah.
And guess what the total is for 7 years since he's been in power? There's 600 employees with the jail, the court, and the deputies. Over 7 years, 450 fired, retired, or resigned. Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
Yeah. Well, that would be great for your.
That's
your
what I'm
poster.
saying.
But you need to get in the race, and I wouldn't worry about the legalities of
Right.
I would just get in.
Because
Because people aren't going to vote for who it's all people like when I go to the election. I don't.
Right.
Of course I vote for president, senator,
Right.
governor,
Right.
and then the rest I'm like judge, and I'm like proposition, and I'll read the propositions because they always
Right.
piss me off because it's always to raise our taxes.
Right.
And I'll read those in advance before I go, so
Right.
I don't have to sit there in the booth long. But these names, I usually just hit R, and because I don't want to hit
Right.
D. And if you can
Well,
get-
and I got to go as independent because there's no way I will get a Republican. There's no way.
well, yeah, you should go as Tea Party because that's huge in Puerto Rico
Actually, yes, libertarian, independent. But you can't say libertarian because it's nowhere on the ballot.
still. How about the Green Party?
No, and yes, so I'm going to go as independent. That yes leans. This is how desperate I am. I even been going to the Democrat Party to see if they'll run me because they don't even have anybody. Remember last time they did? They had the old man. I loved him. I met him, shook his hand. He had great ideas. Poof. I don't know what's going on.
They don't give a shit about us anymore. I mean, they don't even. We used to get like people that were higher up, not the sheriff himself, but we used to get like commanders and stuff that come
Right.
here, and they would. Just schmooze with us a little bit because we are focused on their people and we
Right.
supply their uniforms and such and badges
Wow.
and stuff. And
Can I get a badge? Hey, can I legally get a badge?
no,
Even though it says.
you can get one that says security guard.
Can I
Or
get
you
one
get
that
one
says
that's blank.
can I get one that says constitutional enforcement officer?
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
That's what I'm saying. That's not.
No, but there's generic badges that security guards have that are available to anybody. They look real. The ones that are the actual DeSoto, Lee, Sarasota, and Charlotte, we keep behind the counter because those are the real badges.
Whoa.
And if you have that, it's a felony.
Really?
You're impersonating an officer.
Well, there again, can I get one that says
This is solid,
Can I get constitutional enforcement
This is
officer?
Charlotte right here.
Do you get the
That's
joke
the
on
real
that?
deal.
Can I actually touch?
only
I never
$40.
touched one.
Yeah, and we sell the little ones too because they.
Okay,
have
so
both.
if I have this, I'm guilty.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Well, I mean, shouldn't you be?
How do you get one of those coins that the sheriff gives out if you give him a shitload of money?
I don't know. It's like those.
Have you heard about that?
No, but it's like those special license plates they try to sell you that say
Right.
I support the wounded police and stuff like that.
Correct.
And I always see those stickers on people's windows
Right.
that say I gave like $100. You have to
Yes,
give $100 to
correct.
get the sticker.
Yes.
And then it supposedly buys you out of tickets. But
And I actually kind of agree with that. I think it really does.
Yeah.
Which is not supposed to be legal or constitutional, etc.
it's the world we live in.
But that's the tip that we got from high
There's so
up.
many worse things going on.
That's a tip that we got from high up that if you gave a ton of money, you get a special coin, and when you get pulled over, isn't it weird? You pull the coin out, and you get to go home.
Yeah.
Isn't it
I
weird?
could have used that.
What about Lashley, the guy that owns Lashley Crab House? The guy, I've heard he's like a partial
Chris
drunk.
Evans?
He gets away with drinking and driving all the time. He was up in Tampa and the sheriff wasn't there. Guess what? He actually got busted. Isn't that weird? So.
Yeah, he's multi.
Actually, no, Lashley. That's what I'm thinking of. Lashley is a drunk, and he never gets busted here.
I thought that guy was like in the 1800s.
Huh?
I thought there was a Lashley from like the 1800s.
No, there is still a Lashley here. He owns Lashley. He owns all the Lashley stuff. He's rich as crap.
Brothers owned all that. They
Who?
owned the Evans. They own Fisherman's Village and all that.
Oh, I never heard of the
Crab
Evans.
House.
I've heard of
I thought
Lashley.
they were the ones that developed the whole Lashley Park.
And then I know the guy that I've heard tons of bad rumors about, the guy that owns the Muscle Car City place. I heard he's really dirty. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
That he got his money through drugs.
We have a realtor that we used to be friends with. He knows all these because he hobnobs with all these rich people.
Right.
And he loves that dude. He's his mentor. And that guy has a business. He was a CEO of a company that was like a rent or something. It was like a real estate trust.
Right.
In Michigan. And made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wow.
And that's just a hobby for him, that muscle car city.
Yes.
Because he owns hundreds of those cars and had nowhere to put them. That was his own personal collection.
Yes, we heard he invests in that because that's what drug dealers do. And this is what we're hearing. This is the rumor that I hear. And he transport drugs in the cars when they're transporting the cars.
You know, I met him once. My realtor took me in there when we bought this building in 2012 and 2011, and we bought shelving because he sells industrial shelving. And we bought the shelving for our vault.
Right.
Because it's heavy duty. It's like 8-foot wide shelves and it goes to the sea. It's great stuff.
Right.
And I bought some from him, and I met him, and he seemed, how can you tell him to, meet and greet?
Right.
But he seemed like a real hardcore guy.
Yes.
It was very, nice to meet you, see you later. It was like, I'm real busy, get out of my face.
Do you know what people told me? That is the one person out of all this Copwatch stuff I do, they said, don't mess with them. You might get hurt. I've literally been told that.
Well, he's got hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes. Well, not just that. He knows he's got enough money to pay somebody to do bad stuff.
That's what I meant.
That's true. That's right.
When you get
So
to
that's
that level, you have friends.
that is one reason why I got the other gun, because this is bizarre. I was trying to get the and I actually did get some. I got the warrants for the cell phone Stingray. This is funny. The clerk of courts at the sheriff's office, at the court, didn't realize they weren't supposed to give them to me. I got 5 of them, and I contacted the guy. Dude, this is how stupid the Stingray is. There's a couple rednecks that got dogs. They're out hunting on somebody's property at nighttime when they weren't supposed to, killing hogs. Okay, they pulled a Stingray warrant on them just for hunting hogs. And you know what he told me? He goes, you messed with the wrong person. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to warn you, get rid of your cell phone. They're tapping it. And he threatened me. That's why I got the gun. Is that sad? I'm trying to help him out, and he threatened me. What the fudge? I would like to know if the Stingray's on my phone, which I do think it is still. So.
Yeah, we are probably well surveilled. We have Alexas in every room in our house, and I'm sure everything we do is.
Why, you guys do got cameras everywhere?
Here we do.
Yes.
But not
at the house?
No, at the house we just have Alexas, and supposedly that listens to every word you say.
You don't got the Ring doorbell yet that the cops can use?
To access? No, I'm not going to get that.
Right.
We live on a gated street, which is
nice. That helps. All right.
I've never seen a police officer on our street, except for once when the Muslims across the street were getting notified their son got killed.
Wow. Where?
He died in Sarasota in a car accident at 3 in the morning.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a jihadi.
No. Although he was educated in Pakistan, and he flew back and forth, and he spent his summers here.
Oh, God.
And then I guess it was was it about August that he died? Maybe he was here for the summer. He was like 18.
No, it wasn't that long ago. It was only a couple, 2 months.
Okay, you don't think he was a terrorist, though, right?
I always thought he was a terrorist in training, but
Wow.
They are rude. Of course, they're really nice people, but they live at the mosque. They live on our street because we're across the street from the mosque, because they walk to the mosque, and they're there 24/7.
Wow. Which mosque is that?
The only one around. On Harborview.
On the way to
Big
75?
Gold Temple.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only one around. It's where two of the not, what is it, 11
No,
bombers?
someone said that was a lot fake.
Oh.
Didn't, what's his name tell you that?
I don't know,
Miller?
because those guys were trained in Venice and
They
Englewood.
trained in Venice, yes.
But I think that they attended the mosque and
Wow.
mosque. Who knows what mosque?
Oh
That
my
mosque
god.
is packed.
Is
during
it?
the week,
Oh,
certain
yeah.
nights, and there's always a cop sitting.
Well,
in the parking lot.
today's their whole.
Can I go there and do a story, or I'd be killed? What do you think?
They're
Good
rare.
luck. I always see a
You'll-
sheriff,
there's
a
always-
cop
there's a
sitting in
shop.
that parking
Are you
lot.
serious?
Yeah, you won't get it in.
Always.
Wow.
You probably can get in the parking lot, but you won't get.
Okay, what's safer? You're probably going to be killed if
They
you're
don't
at a
even
mosque or if you're a Jew at a, right?
The mosque is very safe.
Or you're at a Texas church. Which one?
I bet that place is very safe.
Dude,
They have a sheriff right in front of it.
They, well, unless you're in Texas, as you saw in Texas, everybody started pulling. I will tell you this, they freaked out my church so bad, Peace River Baptist Church. They got security guards, they got the earpieces they're carrying. It's crazy. For little Peace River Baptist Church in Punta Gorda, they freaked them out. And I can't even get in the door, it's locked. Every time I walk up there, I pretend I'm bringing out my ID. Do you want to see it?
Are you kidding?
It's that bad.
Kids and try to pick up your kids to go to a dentist appointment.
Oh
They're just
my
going out.
God. And school, like you
It's-
said,
you
school
can't
is
get
a
in-
prison.
It is. They got. It's almost
They're
like an
all like
electrified
that.
fence.
Oh.
Rules, you have to show
You know what?
ID.
I bet I could do a video at a youth camp jail and do the school, and you couldn't tell the difference. What do you think?
Yeah.
You agree?
It's crazy.
Dude, this is getting
Even if you
stupid.
get into like the high school when I pick my kids up, once you go to the gate, the big steel doors that are magnetic. Once you put your ID and then
Right.
they say, "Who are you? Why are you here?" and
Right.
you show them your ID. Then they buzz you in. That's only the first set. That's like going into the lobby, and then you can't get past
Dude.
the lobby.
You are being indoctrinated and propagandized into thinking this is normal. So that kid, when he gets
yeah.
out, gets out of jail, I mean school, he's gonna go to jail and say, "Hey, it's the same thing."
Right.
That's sad. That's not America, man. That's why I'm going to run. I know I'm not going to win, but at least I can say stuff that anybody else that runs would not say.
Well, definitely mention the fact that he hired his flunky kid and gave him an $80,000.
Dude, yes, it's bad. It's bad.
The other sheriffs hate that.
Correct.
Because there's guys that probably worked there a really long time to get what that kid got, and the kid didn't
That,
get it.
dude, it's sick. It is sick.
It's, small town.
I
It
agree.
reminds me of this crappy movie that was on last weekend that they show all the time called Roadhouse,
Right.
where you got this one or two bad people that run the whole town.
Right.
It was the Patrick Swayze crappy movie.
I think it's like that here. I think the sheriff has got that many people freaked out. Did you see he's asking for $30 million on the 1 cent sales tax on top of his $75 million that he's up to now for their budget?
It's crazy.
And you know what? They're admitting on LEOAFFAIRS right now, on Charlotte County LEOAFFAIRS. I love reading it because that's where you get the good gossip. People are already saying, what is going on? Why can't you keep people? You guys are hiring all these brand new people so they don't know that you're a piece of crap.
Right.
But hiring new kids and putting them through that school is expensive. And training all these people, and then all of a sudden they resign. Like I said,
It's a sweet gig too. All these young guys that come in here that are like high school doing the high school sheriff class.
Yes,
they
yes,
all want
that's
on.
sick.
And no, but the thing is, they know they start out at $50,000 a year. You get the best medical in Charlotte.
That
County.
is
They have
correct.
their own doctors, their own dentists.
That
their own
is
everything.
correct.
You get tons of benefits. You
Why
can go
don't
back
I
to
get
school.
that?
Hey,
Can I have that?
If you
Well,
go
I
to jail,
just learned today that
you'll get it in jail.
Yeah, actually, healthcare in the jail here sucks balls. That's why they're dying. What you
If
say?
your Department of Corrections, you know how now they're hiring on like 18-year-olds now?
Yes, they actually cut it down. You're correct.
You know that because I've talked to a lot, and they actually got a sign-on bonus, and they pay for them to go through the academy. And I
Wow.
thought that was only like $1,000 or $2,000.
Right.
A guy was in here today because I was talking to him about it.
Yeah.
$6,000 that they pay for. They cover that for those people to go through the academy. They got a great deal, and their benefits,
Yes.
full
And then
benefits.
they want everyone kind of. This is what I've heard for years is that
You're good.
You come to I don't know. Don't worry back.
Oh, no, I'm
They come to Charlotte County to
Right.
go through training.
Right.
Supposed to be
Yes,
the best.
I've heard
And then
that.
They immediately
Yes.
go to Sarasota
Yep.
League
Yep.
because
Yep.
the pay is 10
Yep.
grand more.
Yep.
And they get better treatment.
Yep.
But I would totally go to Sarasota if I could. I would never go to Lee. But they.
Yeah, Lee, forget it. Oh my God.
At least a war zone.
It is.
North Fort Myers? Oh my God. And I would get Lehigh Acres or some hole. And I would be like, oh. And I've been to Lehigh Acres. It's not that bad.
Right.
I did the whole. I hate Cape Coral.
Right. Correct.
I don't like anything south.
Cape
there.
Coral is a nightmare too. I've
Until
done
you
a
get
lot
to
of stories
Naples,
there.
Even Naples isn't that great anymore. We never go south.
Naples is very, very corrupt. I have horror stories of law.
Collier County and Lee County. If my kids want to go to a mall, I don't even give them the option to go south. It's always UTC.
Yes, UT rocks. Yes,
or
UT
the
rocks.
Arlington Mall.
Yes, UT
And,
rocks.
or I'll go to Tampa, or I'll go to Orlando.
Correct.
I never go that way.
Wow.
I don't even go to the airport down there, hardly ever. I'd rather drive to Tampa and fly out.
No kidding.
Last time we flew out, it's the cheapest place to fly out anywhere
Right.
out here is Fort Lauderdale. And
Right.
so we'll drive to Fort Lauderdale. You can get
Wow.
direct flights anywhere to Fort Lauderdale. You can
Right.
You can fly to LA. You can
Oh
fly
my
to
God.
Paris out of Fort Lauderdale.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, Fort Lauderdale is the cheapest way to go anywhere.
Even for long-term parking?
I don't know about that, but I don't park on the place. I park, like the place called a parking spot or
Yeah.
at one of those allied parking or one of those.
Really?
And it was like, I think my parking was like, I don't know, $12 a day or something.
Huh.
It's not cheap, but
Right.
it was insignificant to the amount I was saved.
But it's that much cheaper to fly out of there.
Oh yeah, like I was just looking 2 nights ago for flights to Hawaii, just because we're not going to Hawaii, but I was looking at the flights for Hawaii because we were thinking about it.
Right.
And it was going to cost me round trip in March, like $900 out of Fort Lauderdale.
Yep.
Everywhere else was $1,300 a person.
Wow.
Miami was actually like $950. It wasn't like
Wow.
a whole bunch more, but Miami's a hassle.
It is.
And so, but I was like, Fort Lauderdale's a dream.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really think about the parking.
I never knew that. I will check into that, man.
They had these. It's kind of a crap neighborhood.
Right.
And it's surrounded by parking garages.
Right.
But they're not. They're shady. You wonder if your car's gonna be there when you get back. Or it's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Right.
You get there, and your odometer's got an extra 2,000 miles to use it for a car.
Right. Why, they park a car for you?
Yeah, they park your car.
Oh, yeah, then yeah, they might be using it. Yeah, that'd be good to have a GPS
And
tracker.
that place that we parked our car when we went to Paris was remember that dark alley we were down, and it was like creepy, and there was no lights.
Yeah.
So when you went to Paris, you didn't get acid in your face,
No,
stabbed?
I tell you, Paris is wonderful.
Is it?
That's my favorite place.
So they didn't run over on the bridge?
We saw the Yellow Jacket because it was like when that was when that was going on.
What was that? Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Did you get video pictures?
They tear that. It's amazing because they have really strict laws in France about protesting.
Right.
But on Saturdays, there's no protesting any day of the week except Saturday. And Saturday, anything goes. And they literally had torches and they throw rocks.
There's your keys.
And they tear the town up.
Right.
And they do tons of damage.
Do you got video?
Did we get it? We got pictures of our kids with they have the best guns, and their police look like robots.
What are you talking about? H&Ks? What?
No, they had their
They
own.
had FN. It was all FN crap.
Was it
Oh, that's deadly.
FNH. I showed Leroy the pictures I took. It was all major guns from FNH.
They had the nicest
Dang.
guns I've ever seen a police
That's
force.
a wicked
But they
little
stand
bullet.
back. They're everywhere, but they don't do anything. So they're burning buildings.
Yes.
They're burning storefronts.
Yes.
They're smashing windows.
Yes.
And the cops are 10 feet away, not doing anything. They don't bother them. They let them completely.
Oh my God.
They don't hurt each other. You never hear about like anyone getting hurt.
Right.
They just beat the crap out of all the buildings and stuff.
That's
and
bizarre.
They spray painted the Arc de Triomphe and stuff, which is really crummy because that's been there
Right.
since like 1700s.
Right.
Or 1600s.
Right.
No, it's been there since 1200s. Anyway, so it's, but I thought it was really cool. My kids and
I
we
would
felt very
love to
safe.
have seen it, man.
But there's no place like Paris. And regardless of the risk, I would go there. The only thing is now there's 26 neighborhoods that have become completely Muslim.
Yes,
They're under
no
law.
go zones.
Right, and
Ugh.
and it's worse in England. Because
Wow.
in England, they're going outside their zones and they're stabbing anyone they see. It's white.
Eeh.
But in France,
Right.
they're not attacking tourists or anything like right now.
Right.
So as long as you stay out of their neighborhoods,
Right.
we just got to make sure because like who knows? You got on and off the train all the time.
Right.
But it was great. I mean, I love it. We went to Versailles and we did the crypts
Right.
under the city.
Wow.
And, we did the Louvre and we did the Eiffel Tower.
Who
and
ran
the
this while you were
Triumph.
gone, man?
We went in March last year.
Oh, when it was
And
slow.
we stayed there like a week and a half.
Right.
But it's the best. And my airfare was only $450 a round trip out of Fort Lauderdale.
Whoa.
Direct. And yeah, it was like a big 747, and you're in like in the 80th row in the middle and stuff. But it was great. And
Are
I
you
was-
serious?
And then-
$450 to get to Paris? How
Yeah.
expensive was it, though, by the way?
Paris?
Yes.
Wasn't that bad.
Really?
Food's real expensive, but we're cheap. And we actually really lucked out because we were in a hotel that was like a Holiday Inn.
Right.
And we were in Matamoro. But we were in this neighborhood that's right just east of downtown, maybe northeast. And so you don't want to be right in the center of town.
Right.
And it was perfect because it was a bedroom community where we were.
Yep.
And it was just awesome. And we had great food. And right next door to us was an IKEA.
Yeah.
And that IKEA had a restaurant in it that had gourmet French food. And all the French people were eating there all the time. It was always packed.
Sweet.
And it was like a cafeteria.
Right.
And it was incredible. And so we eat our breakfast, lunch, brunch there every day. Inside this Costco.
Right.
But no matter where you eat in France, it's better than here because they don't use any chemicals in food.
Yes, it's all
There's
natural.
no
GMO,
atrazine
right.
and pesticides. And
Right.
There's no growth hormones in the meats.
Okay, so how much was the trip and how many people?
5 people went, and ended up spending about $500 probably.
Wow. So if it's just me and the wife,
had
we
3
can get
rooms,
it.
because they only allow the rooms there are small. They don't do family rooms like we do here in America. So we had 3 queen size bedrooms.
Right.
So, nice rooms, private bath, cable TV. But you only get CNN over there.
Right.
But it was fabulous. It's great.
So if it's just me and the wife, we can get it down to $2,500.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah.
Oh.
Go through a website called Travel Zoo
Right.
and see what specials they have going on.
Right.
Because that's what I did. I booked it through Travel Zoo.
Right.
And I got a whole package, and it included our transfers. Now the transfers cost. It was kind of expensive. I hired a car.
Right.
I didn't want to deal with taxis, and they say not to do that. It's like Mexico. It's like there's all these fake taxis that will end up screwing you, taking you off, and dropping you off someplace. So
In a Muslim zone.
So I went ahead and I went online, and I did the safest thing is I did this like 8 months in advance.
Right.
I booked a car through an international company.
Right.
That they're here too, but it was like a limousine company.
Oh, wow.
And so when we got there, they had like a black Mercedes bus
Right.
for us, and they had our name on a board, and that was like
Wow.
It ended up being about $85 each way, but
Right.
it's like an hour from Charles de Gaulle to the city, so it
Right.
was perfect. And it was totally
Wow.
worth it because you don't want to be dealing with transportation when you get there, and plus you're tired.
Okay, the buses and the trains, that would have been a pain.
No, from the airport, yes. But it's like New York City. You guys still get from JFK to the city to your
Okay,
hotel.
right.
But once you're in your hotel, once you're in the city,
Yes.
it's subway everywhere. I bought
Okay.
train passes that were good for like 5 days, unlimited.
Right.
And it was perfect. Don't buy the tourist
Wow.
ones. Go to the actual counter in the station. It's a lot cheaper.
Right.
You can go on Eurorail and buy
Right.
them online.
Right.
And the Americans, they charge you like $200. If you go in and do what the actual locals do,
Right.
it's like a third of the price.
Wow, I
Yeah.
never knew that.
It's like there's prices for the tourists and prices
Right.
for the locals. But if you're actually at the gate, they just
Right.
charge the local price. Everyone gets, that's the way the world is, though.
Right.
It's like we got pissed off a couple years ago because we used to go to an arcade and eat Mexican food all the time.
Right.
And we always be like, we go through the line. There's like no prices and anything. There's no receipts. They
Yeah.
just say, give me like $27, give me $30. And I always noticed that all these Mexican guys were ordering all these big plates of seafood and everything like that, and their bill would be like $14. I'd go,
Right.
it was always $50.
Oh.
For my family and I, we'd be getting like 20 tacos.
Wow.
And you just knew.
Right.
You're like, I'm paying the freaking gringo tax. Or
Right,
something. It's like,
right. That's real. Oh, just like in Florida, sunshine tax, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so ridiculous. My son just turned 16 and he fishes all the time, just off the end of our street because
Right.
we live on the river. And he wanted to be legal, so he went and got a license. It cost him $9
That
for a
is
16-year-old
sad.
as a resident to fish. And I'm like, how can you charge for something that's free? God, it's like
Yes.
God provided this, and
Yes.
all of a sudden it's yours.
Yes,
it's the
and
state
now
of
they're
Florida.
selling it back to you.
Right. That's like I told her when I left Houston, I was so I've always been anti-tax.
Correct.
But Houston killed me because you could not go to the grocery store without paying $3 in round trip for tolls. Every road in Texas, especially Houston. Houston was terrible. Every road in
Wow.
Houston is a toll road.
Wow.
If you get on a freeway, you're paying a toll.
I did not know
And
that.
so I had one of those easy passes because you
Right.
had to have it. I mean, this is going back 20 years. And I had a company car, and so they paid mine. My wife had to
Right.
have her own. But I would get a statement in the mail, and it would be like $80 a month. And this is going back because every time you go on the road in Texas, no matter where you're going, you're paying a toll.
Right.
I mean, I used to figure that, because we had HEB, which is the greatest grocery store there.
Right.
And I used to tell my wife, do we really need to go to the grocery store? Because I
Right.
knew right off the top of the bat, it was a $3.50 round trip charge to go to the grocery store
Wow.
where we lived in the suburbs.
Right.
And I'm like, do we really need to, it makes
Right.
you think twice.
And now you have Amazon. You just order on Amazon.
Right. Yeah, this is pre-Amazon when we lived
Oh,
there.
it's insane.
And plus,
Wha-
here, I went to the Walmart last night at like midnight
Right.
to get eggs.
Right.
And it's like, I would never have done that in Houston.
Right. Wow. And we're probably going to go to Houston. That's going to be a Libertarian National convention, and I know they're not going to win, but it's still, dude, I went to one of their nationals. It was so much fun. Oh my God, it was awesome. Oh, dude, pot, it's everything, man. It was, but at least they think about freedom, you know what I'm saying? There's a guy walking around with a boot on his head, rubber boot. I mean, it's just fun, man. You know what I mean? Not this, like you...
I like the libertarians, you know? Like, when I watch TV, I like John Stossel and...
John Stossel rocks.
And I think Tucker Carlson may be libertarian, but I like the libertarians.
Correct.
I'm not really...
It's just sad they won't win.
I hate having to be niched into one or the other now.
Right.
With the Republican. Like, my son just got his driver's license. He just turned 16.
Correct.
And I was at the DMV with him. And they asked this 16-year-old, we need you to declare whether you're Republican or Democrat. And
wow.
And I'm like, well, you know, I'm like, of course, he stepped right back. 'Cause he's total Trump guy.
Right.
So he had a Trump lanyard that he got in trouble for wearing at the high school. So he doesn't wear it anymore because the teachers were always harassing him. And
you should have let him wear one of the hats, man.
Yeah, you can't.
What?
No, you can't.
Freedom of speech is dead?
Absolutely. Even in Florida. If you wore that right now, I was thinking about that the other day. So I was like, I loved going to the Pacific Northwest when I was younger.
Right.
When I say younger, I'm 51 now. I'm talking about 15, 20 years ago. My wife
Correct.
and I used to go up to Seattle,
Correct.
Vancouver.
Correct.
It's just the most beautiful place.
It is.
Serene.
I've been there.
And there's this park called Stanley Park in Vancouver. It's just the greatest. It's like Central Park, New York, but it's in Vancouver.
Right. And
it's just my favorite. I just, for unwinding, there's no place better than that part of Canada. And Victoria Island, I don't know if you went there or not.
I've heard of it.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Right.
They have these rose gardens. The largest rose gardens in the world are there. So I was thinking about this the other day. If I went there and I put that hat on,
you'd be killed. Oh my God.
They say that there's, because you can't even in New York City. They say, I watch InfoWars all the time. They're talking about this stuff. They say you'll spit in your face. If people walk up to you, spit in your face. You'll get assaulted.
Wow.
You'll get punched. You'll get cocked.
Wow.
You'll get, and you definitely can't wear it to a restaurant.
Wow.
Your food will get tampered with. You can't do anything, you know. And I'm talking like if you go to Washington D.C. or any of those places, you got to watch your back. It's like those kids.
Yes.
Indiana.
Anyone? How much money in the lawsuit? Are you talking about that one where they said that he, pissed off the Indian or whatever?
Right.
He won $250 freaking million because they slandered him to the core.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So yes, I feel your pain. Well, look at what, like I said, look what they're doing. They don't say good stuff about me, even though I'm exposing crime. Dude, I'm the one that started this new news story on Chandler III having an affair while on duty. I got the internal affairs report a week ago, put it on YouTube and Copwatch. Then the newspaper did the story yesterday. Then I go to the sheriff's office and guess who's there? NBC2 streaming live. Chandler III having an affair while on duty, and he still has a job.
Well, there's a whole bunch of Chandlers in there.
Yes, the whole family. It's disgusting.
The two older brothers who are now probably in their late 50s, they're like senior officers. They're like at the top. One of them works at the courthouse, and one of them runs like District 1 or something like that.
Correct. Yeah,
something
it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
They used to be really good customers of ours, but and they had like aunts and uncles, and everyone was somehow.
Everybody was there. I know.
Why isn't one of them run for sheriff? They're all in it with them.
Yes, they are. Correct. Yes, it's sick. Anyways, I'm looking at the clock. The wife is going to kill me, man.
Yeah.
Good talking to you.
Too.
All right, you have a good night, man. Hey, thanks for that tip on.
You're not going to get killed by the cops now.
Yeah, right. Anyway, are these free?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they really?
Yeah, and there's candy somewhere too.
Are you serious?
Like there's enough candy left.
I'll do a pretzel.
Yeah, I think it's made your life.
All right, man. You have a good day.
You too.
See ya. Hey, Sheriff County, this is Sheriff County Copwatch. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.